Wizards of the Coast is shaking things up again. And this time it's with Aether Drift. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about and haven't heard this yet, this is probably the video you're going to want to watch. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here, and thank you again for hanging out with me on my channel today. We're talking about Aether Drift, and not because it's going to be an upcoming cool set with vehicles. It's not Mad Max style. It's because it's only going to have play booster boxes of 30 packs. Doesn't that remind you of set booster boxes? Well, that's where we're at. Let's jump back for a second. 2023, we still had set booster boxes and draft boxes. Set boosters had 30 packs, draft boxes had 36. Set boosters had a lot more flair and excitement, and the draft packs from our regular draft booster boxes were what they were, draft packs. You could get some good stuff still, but it wasn't nearly as likely as the set booster boxes because they raised the price. And Wizards of the Coast, no matter how we slice this up in today's video, they've noticed the difference. And what I mean by that is the difference in sales volume. So when you look at the pricing they've had over the last 5-6 years, it's been steadily increasing. Sure, we've all noticed that, but they have tried different ways of slotting in the packs, from premium products like 30th Anniversary that failed, to double trip flip masters, which had 4 packs, right? We paid the money for that. They're trying different ways to find out how much you're willing to spend. Simplest way. Get shrinkflation in there. How much will people pay for a product? Now, this may have been told to you on other content creator channels. It's great. It's awesome. More news, the more information you have, the better. But what I also want to remind people of today, what I want to talk about, we have discussed this before. When you go too high, and this is what Wizards has noticed, don't forget, 2023, 2024, we had the now newly created Play Booster box with Karlov Manor. It didn't do well. Then we jump over and we get to see our next set, the Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Great mechanics. Theme was still kind of cheesy and people didn't really like it that much. And it makes you wonder who's writing that stuff. Now, when you compare this against things like Wilds of Eldraine, or we take a look at even the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, things like not Aether Drift, sorry. I'm not there yet. Things like the Outlaws of Thunder Junction and Karlov Manor just seem so poorly designed in comparison. Bloomburrow is a shining light. It did very well, and the sales are still pretty good. When I say pretty good, though, I'm comparing it to sales against these other products, not against products from a couple of years ago, right? The price point has gotten to the point where it's so high that nobody's buying it. Now, what I mean by that, they brought back MSRP, right? They made the announcement. They're not doing these things randomly. This is all part of a master design on some chart board that they have in the White Tower. And they're kind of slotting things in the way they've decided to form the puzzle. In that MSRP, they said play booster boxes were $5.25. That makes a play booster box $189 a box with 36 packs. Now, we haven't seen pricing for Aether Drift, have we? It hasn't been priced out. Nowhere I can find it has it yet. They just say you can buy it. And a lot of these sites are now showing 30 packs. Okay? That's what makes everyone's now believe, same as myself, that we are going to have 30 pack new draft, play booster, whatever you want to call it, 30 pack boxes again. Now, they're not going to raise the price on this. I want you guys to know that. If anything, it'll look like a price decrease. They need to sell more boxes. And they can trick people so easily because people just don't think the way they should. We don't critically think things out like we used to. I know there's going to be some people on this channel who say, yes, I do. I know there's some of you guys who are going to say that to me. You're going to send me a message. I get it. But for the mass majority of people out there, they're going to see that $189 box, US, $5.25 a pack times 36. And they're going to say it's too expensive. I'm not buying it. But now, with 30 packs, they're going to see the box say $157.50. That's 30-something dollars less. It looks much more appealing because it's under a certain threshold of your brain to click on and say, I'm interested. Because you've seen a higher price at 36 packs. You're now going to see it slightly lower. It's going to look more attractive to the eye, like any red tag sale you're looking at. And that's what I'm getting at. This is a form of shrinkflation with no actual price reduction. Unless they put these products somewhere in the $140 range and take a bit of a price decrease. All they're actually doing is taking 6 packs away and charging you the same price, which is what I think is going to happen. And the reason I believe that's going to happen is they know that that's a price structure they want as a company, because that's why they tried to do it in the first place. And now they're trying to finagle it, they're trying to shake us up, like they've been doing the last couple of years, flipping all these products around to give us a bit of a confusionary time, to get us off balance. And they can also throw things like, hey, this is an extra special box in Aether Drift. We got serialized cards. We've given you a little bit of bonus box topper. These packs are a little bit spicier to ease your mind into thinking this is a better price, when really it's still the same price. It's just a reduction in packs. Now, the flip side could be, and this could blow your mind. Here's the second tail of the take, as it were. They go below the 157. They actually take a bit of a price drop. It'd be temporary, but they would do it to make you feel even better, so people like me who just gave you those 2 prices will look like we're wrong. We'll look like we don't know what we're talking about. Look, man, we know this is too expensive. We need to get more players in there. So these boxes are going to be $139.99. We're going to take $20 off. But let's remember that the margins on these products are massive. They make huge money because they're pennies on the dollar to print a pack. So no matter what, they're going to win. That's not what we're trying to argue about. They're going to win. You can't stop them. But I want you guys to understand, and I hope some of you get this. If I even get one person to save some money on this, understanding that you can still go back and get an old draft box for less than any of these new products should be something to consider if you just want a night of drafting with your friends. If you want to get into new products and you want to buy these, if your brain says it's okay, then it's probably okay for you. But you need to understand that that may not be the real price. That is the trick price by taking 6 packs away. And as long as you can go into it with open eyes and understanding what they're doing, it still may be an acceptable product for you to enjoy, because those 6 packs taken away have now made it affordable for you and some friends to split a box a little bit easier. You've taken $30-something away, right? $32, $31.50 off of the MSRP price. It also allows them to do some bargain basement sales and do other things to make it look more attractive through the online retailers and distribution going to stores later on. They can make it look very appetizing if they lower it down. And there also is bonuses to lowering the cost that we're not really going to consider as consumers, but they can pack more of this product onto trucks. It's lighter when it's 6 packs less. When you're looking at the weight volume of a giant truck, 6 packs less per box, per case, per big, booster box master case, it's going to be costing less to ship it because it weighs less. And they can probably fit more in because they'll re-engineer the box a little bit. It may be the same size looking like a set booster box. It'll have less in it. It'll be like Kaldheim or something like that I had in the backdrop there. It'll look like those boxes, not the weird ones they designed, but the actual kind of flat box with 30 packs, a little bit of cardboard more on the side to lighten the load. It still looks the same, but there's less packs inside. Either way, understanding where we come from and what Wizards of the Coast as a company has realized is that it didn't fly. They tried to throw up a play booster box and it didn't work. But that doesn't mean they're not going to stop. They're just going to try a new formula. And that's why MSRP kind of makes more sense now coming in, because it sets the tone for the pricing. It sets the tone for your brain to say, well, they said here MSRP is $5.25 a pack. Well, if I times it by 30 packs, that's $157.50. If I times by 36, that's $189. But $157 is something I can afford, especially if they market to like $149.99, stuff like that. Now here in Canada, we're still looking at probably $180 to $190 plus tax. It'll be a few bucks less, but who knows? Until you see the pricing, you won't know. But this is something important to consider and talk about to see where we as consumers want to be. And the problem is, unlike other big games out there, we're all individuals. Everyone's got their own price point. Everyone's got their own wallet. Everyone's got their own budget. And we all have different ways of handling it and dealing with it, and we should. But as a group of players who play Magic, it makes me wish we didn't. It makes me wish we could kind of stand together and say it's just too expensive. I can get Yu-Gi-Oh boxes less than this. You can find other product games cheaper than what you're finding this for, which is why sometimes you lose Magic players. And maybe Wizards is recognizing that as well, that they want to broaden the game out. They want to invite more people to play, not less. They want to widen the net and get more money coming in from various sources. I don't know if this is the way to do it. I'll be curious to see what you guys put in the comment sections though, because that's the price point they're setting things at. And when we actually see the prices is how we know they broke it down. If you see that 189 when it was 36, it drops to like the 157, 156. All they did was take away 6 packs. If they go below that, you know they're giving a bit of a deal, recognizing it was just too expensive. I don't expect them to backtrack. Companies don't normally go down. They usually don't give permanent deals. It could be temporary. And the only scary part I'm going to mention here at the end of the video, and the most terrifying thing for me, we know they've been raising prices for years, trying to play catch up to where inflation is. The kicker for me on this is the idea that they lower it temporarily to the 140s, but within a year or two, they bring us back up to the 160s. So it actually costs more per pack than what they told us. And the MSRP will be like a little bit more each time. Oh, it's $525. Now it's $550. Now it's $575. Now it's $6. They actually just bring up the MSRP, justifying that's what the cost is now. It's another trick to your mind to make it believe something when really we know it's not. But we have no way of accepting it unless we just decide not to buy. We got to vote with our wallets. You guys drop some comments. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious on this one because I know how I think it's going to be, and this is purely my opinion on how I think I would break it down as a company. You guys let me know too. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I put out new stuff every single day. Guys, big times in magic. Big times. See you soon. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons of my channel. Now guys, I know you're here at the end of the video and you're wondering, what are all these patron guys doing? They're here every day, every single day. And because of them, we get to create content for everybody to enjoy. So if you're one of my patrons, if you're one of my YouTube membership members, thanks a lot for that support. Thanks for being here each and every day. And I hope you're enjoying the videos. Well, we're here at the end. And Wizards of the Coast thought they had it made. They thought they had cracked the code. And here we are at the Ramble Jamble to say, nuh-uh, not even close. Guys, we knew the boxes weren't selling that well. We knew it because stores weren't reordering. Things like Thunder Junction and stuff, they're still sitting on shelves now. Murders at Karlov Manor, come on. Bloomburrow's the exception. Duskmorn, sales have slowed down. Guys, they have enough data now to say it. They know what's happening. And they're going, oh, we have to change this again. We got to find a way to get more capital, man. We got to get more people buying boxes. We had such great box sales. What happened? You overcharged. You reap what you sow. And here we are at the end saying, I got coffee, and now I got to go. Yeah, that rhymed, I know.